everyone, welcome to the Movieception Show. My name is Fariba, and tonight is the Andor Season 2 premiere. And it's not just one episode, but 3 episodes, which I'll talk about in just a minute. But wow, it's been about 2 years since we last saw Andor Season 1. That show ended up being absolutely incredible in ways that is very unusual for Star Wars. You have a story that is very sophisticated, very well written. Yes, it takes a while. It's a slow burn, but it dedicates so much time in making sure that it is outlining Cassian's backstory and what led him to become this rebel that we know from Rogue One. And then just seeing that contrast from that time until, up till Rogue One, it's just like, it's really incredible. And the show ended up becoming just one of the best things ever. I think it even got nominated for an Emmy, which honestly it deserved. So, and one of the things that made the show so great is the fact that, it's just about regular people. It's not about Jedis or Siths. It's about regular people who are being impacted by what is basically this wide issue war that's happening in the galactic space. And yet it's like you have these ordinary people being affected by this, and you're seeing the response from those people and how they're adapting to it. And it's just been a really incredible ride so far, seeing how Cassian has evolved. Now, of course, the way that we met Cassian back in season 1, he's definitely different from where he is now. At least back then, he was just a thief who just wanted to kind of, who was just basically surviving and adapting to his environment. But then as he encountered so many of these people impacted by the empire and the power by the empire, it's just like, okay, that's when you start to see him slowly evolve, become this rebel in a way, especially from the influence of basically his surrogate mother. And then now we're seeing just a phase of him now where he's taking a little bit more control and taking a little bit more demand as a rebel, right? And that's the whole point of the series. We've seen the trailer so far, and I mean, it's pretty clear how much he's really owning up to his new position, I guess you can say that, his new position as he is slowly becoming a rebel. And we know at some point he's become a very, major leader in the rebel lines up until Rogue One. Now, of course, one of the things I do need to mention is that this is going to be a very different way that we're going to be doing this episode reaction, just because unlike, other shows where we probably have maybe one double feature and the rest will be weekly episodes, or we'll just have weekly episodes and maybe a double feature at the end. This is going to be very different. One of the ways that they are executing Andor Season 2 is that instead of dropping weekly episodes, they're going to drop 3 episodes per week per the next 4 weeks, and each drop of episodes would basically highlight a particular timeline. So I think it's just 1 year from what I recall. And so that's how they're doing it. It's a very unusual circumstance. And yeah, this is a show that could have been 5 seasons, but instead of doing that, they decided to make it just a 2-season plan. And this would be the end. Like, season 2 is the end of the series. They're not going to go anywhere beyond that. That was the plan for it. So the way I'm going to be doing this, and I want to make this very clear, is that instead of doing an episode reaction, instead of doing a reaction per each episode and trying to kind of, drop them in bits throughout the week, I'm just going to watch all 3 episodes consecutively. And after I finish the last episode, then I'll give my reaction, my full thoughts about, what we got out of the 3 episodes and my thoughts about it and just the quality of it. And that's how I believe would be the best approach to it. As you all know, I don't like spoilers. So the last thing I want to do is just watch an episode tonight, give a discussion, post that, wait off, and do the same thing for the next 2 days. I want to know what's going on. I want to be caught up. And I think that the best way to make sure that I'm able to enjoy this show and make sure I'm still also able to put up an episode, a reaction, a weekly reaction, is that I do this. And honestly, this is kind of a mini trial anyways for what I'm probably going to do with some of the Netflix series that are going to be coming out later this year, like Squid Game and Stranger Things. So this is something I'm going to be testing out, see how that works out. But yeah, that's how we're going to be doing. That's the way I'm going to be doing the episode reactions for the next 4 weeks. 3 episodes all at once. I'm not going to even pause between episodes. I'm just going to jump right into the next episode up until we get to the 3rd episode, and then I'll give my full thoughts by the end. So that's how we're going to do it. I'm very excited for the show. The reviews have been great. I mean, they've been exceptional. I believe right now, from what I've checked, it actually has the highest Rotten Tomatoes score when combining both the movies and series in the Star Wars franchise, which is insane. So let's see how it goes. I'm very excited to see season 2. So I don't want to wait any longer. So without further ado, let's get right down into the season 2 premiere of Andor. Ooh, okay. Are they infiltrating? Okay.
Nia.
Around before you went to bed, we started flirting.
I don't like that.
Sorry,
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm so nervous.
Nervous is good.
I've had fun here. That must sound strange.
No, not at all.
Now everything changes.
Hello, pilot. I'll see you tomorrow.
What was that?
She said you were cute.
I figured.
I've been part of this for very long.
Protect you.
Thank you.
Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no.
What
Oh boy.
No.
Oh no. Oh no. He made it. He made it. That's all that matters. She's getting married. I think I remember this a little bit.
To the wedding to get her out of the house.
Here comes the party.
Perrin, knife.
Ah. She's back.
Seen who's here?
Who's here?
Congratulations.
Morning.
Beautiful, thank you. That's a nice one.
Isn't that Lutheran that I hear? Ah.
Oh dear, you
Luthen.
found me.
It was something like that.
I'm afraid that's a secret.
Okay.
Away! Away, no chatting, Luther. No spoiling. Away with you.
What's going on? It was a pulse code, not a conversation.
You should have heard from him by now.
I can't transmit from here, Luthen. I told you when we landed. That's off the table. There's already a crowd at the docking platform. We're naked here. There's nowhere to hide a signal.
Keep listening.
Okay, so he was apparently in some kind of mission from the looks of it. So. Okay.
Better pull it together.
You just be normal.
She seems awfully determined.
Please.
It's a long walk.
No notes, no records, None of you were here.
Ah, he's back.
On their calendar.
Was it like Kennick or Krennic?
All service and transport droids will be Dr. White cleared for the project.
Is
Colonel
that
Yulon,
Dedra?
Governor Tarkin, all senior command by the Emperor.
He looks familiar.
At the time of his
Okay, I did see Dedra. That's what I thought. I thought I saw Dedra.
The group in this room is of.
Who are you? Who is he? He's an impy pilot.
Oh my god, he's from Never Have I Ever.
Waiting. Let me know when you're done.
I'm here to meet a friend. Where is he?
Oh, he's also from Abbott Elementary.
Big move.
Listen, there is no manual, okay?
Hey, I'm trying to focus here. What do you think? Can you fly it?
I don't know. It's all new.
He can fly it. We need all the room we can
No,
get.
he can't.
Do the math. We don't all fit. Negative.
Like killing the only pilot.
Oh,
We gotta have one of them.
She just needs a little time. How long will it take?
And where do we go?
So what is it? Do they really trust you? Or they just think you're stupid?
You know, I don't need an excuse to hit you.
G. Shambo, Nisus Osar will be our partners from the Ministry of Enlightenment, gentlemen.
Thank you, Director.
Ministry of Enlightenment. What is this, 1984?
You can count on.
Count on for what?
You need Gorman rebels you can depend on to do the wrong thing. Director.
She's smart.
What happened to you?
We'll know more tomorrow. Nothing from
Wow, this visa thing is too on the nose with reality.
Hey, where's everyone going?
I'm trying to get some details, eh?
He's a child.
Oh no.
He won't hold my hand. I keep trying and he keeps pushing me away.
Oh. Oh, I know what kind of marriage this is about to become. It's for diplomacy, right? It's for the family. It's for the business, right?
Terribly sorry.
Call me a liar.
You're not even good at that.
Oh, we're still here. Okay.
Anything?
Not yet.
He should have been back
Oh
by
my
now.
god, there's like a full division.
Then it's done. Wait, and what about Axis? That's where I belong. I can't do both.
Axis.
Oh man, that score.
What a turning!
2 more to go.
Should tell your boyfriend to back off the nog.
He's my boyfriend.
Oh, what have you done? Throw someone running at 500. I'll find out what I can.
This is way too real.
Cassian. Very quiet over there. You need a perimeter.
I was just about to do that.
They're such amateurs.
Good idea.
I don't think they're starving.
Try it.
I don't know.
Eat it.
I make.
Here at the Bureau of Standards, you may hear that and wonder how
Is that
it's been
Sorrel?
achieved, but that's my job is standing right where you are now. I was given a position.
I just got here.
It was okay. Whatever
Are they living together?
It was quick. Is that everything? We can't.
What is going on?
Tomorrow then.
Hello, darling.
Oh man, that dress is gorgeous.
So good to see you.
I feel terrible. I really had no idea.
You know, the irony is, it's the rebellion that certainly most rebel activity soured my investments. You can see how I might feel. If I haven't, I'm sorry for that.
Let me get through this weekend and I promise we'll figure something out.
I hate having to say all this, Mark.
Oh, I remember this place. So she's in Coruscant, right? Yeah, that's Coruscant. Oh my god, this is like really old-fashioned. Like those cable wires.
That'll get you out of here!
Such a brilliant plan, right?
You can't live on these melons!
Dropping their weapons. You must
What
be
are you gonna do,
confident that's
Cassian?
Could see what you look like, you wouldn't say that.
1, 2, 3.
Is this rock, paper, scissors shoot?
3. 1, 2, 3.
Best out of 5? The rock, paper, scissors shoot.
1, 2, 3. Don't move, or I'll kill you.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
I keep thinking it's thunder.
It's not.
He's out! He's getting away! He's getting away!
As if those blasters will do anything. Finally, he's out of there. Oh boy. Oh, she's in her wedding dress. Feel sorry for him.
My mother was drunk when I got married.
I wish you were drunk.
Shoot. Okay. Damn.
Tommy.
I still... I'm a little disbelief what's going on here. Is that all they wear? White and black. That's all they wear. Honey. Okay, there's some kind of meeting going on. Oh, it's his mother.
Hello.
So they're a couple? I'm still in disbelief about this.
But we don't have spiced tea.
Finally. So he's gonna meet a Ross, I'm assuming.
Children have so much to hear he's found someone with whom he can actually communicate.
Mother, would you
I'll
some...
get there.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
I'm embarrassed.
About what?
Nothing delicate about that, is
Jeez,
Everything we
Louise.
needed.
except a mother's love.
We didn't know what we were missing.
Isn't that a little hypocritical for her to say?
Freshly ungraded.
The costumes are absolutely amazing. She's basically wearing a sari. Wow. No class, I see.
Isn't it lovely?
Oh man, I feel for him.
You'll toughen him up.
Game ends now. You want Cyril in your life, you will think before you speak. I'll make you want to be advertising.
Oh, fuck. Not gonna lie, this is probably her best moment ever. You go, girl.
Well, my father's sons were. I was born in Naboo. My mother's gone.
Naboo.
Oh. He was married. There was a scandal.
We left out front.
Dumbass. Finally.
They're in the far fields.
No sign of your husband?
He'll be back.
Looks like you're,
Oh my god, how many she's gonna take of those? God dang.
The help is undocumented. The rules are clear. But the situation requires nuance. It all ends up on me.
It can be easy.
Relax.
Oh no.
Just get sore. All that hard.
Creep. 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 Oh, are they pretending? Okay.
You want to think this through?
Please don't.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't believe this is happening in Star Wars.
Such a simple.
There you go, girl. Oh man. She's so done. That asshole deserved it. Freaking piece of shit.
He tried.
Mm-hmm.
He's dead. Step out slowly.
I guess she did become like her mother, huh?
I was afraid I wouldn't find you.
And here I am.
Isn't that her? Oh, I remember her. She was in that other planet with Cassian. And she's also in Doctor Who, which I'm aware of. But oh my. Oh my.
What's he done? That's a TIE fighter! That's insane! Those comms up! Hey!
Well, there goes harvesting.
Russell!
Oh no.
Hey, Russell!
He's a dead man. Gone through all 3 episodes and wow. Wow. Episode 3, wow. So let's get right down into it. Now, going into the first episode, it does take a little bit of a slow burn trying to get to basically the climax of this set of episodes. Now, I think one of the things I should mention is that watching through these episodes and just the experience of it's almost like watching a movie. I think I was taking a quick look at the times for some of the episodes. I think the first one was clocking at around 50. Second was like 38, and the last would have been like around 47. This is like excluding credits, beginning and end recap. And it seems as though that combining all those 3 episodes together, it's like almost 2 hours that you're dedicating time to in a single sitting. So it's almost like you are watching a full movie, rather than just watching individual episodes, which makes sense. I mean, when you look at these 3 episodes, it's like you have a beginning, middle, and end, and the ending, it does not disappoint. But it does take a while just to get there, right? You have the first episode where Cassian is stealing this TIE fighter, probably for some kind of mission, clearly. And not only that, but he also has to go back to Min Ra and get Bix and Brazos and try to get them out of there. There's some kind of illegal activity they're going on. Boom, pow, right? Of course, there's some trouble that does happen in the other planet that he lands in, where there's just these group of people who are clearly idiots, who get stranded there because of some issue that's happened with their leader, and now they're trying to survive now. And then on top of that, we also have the alternate storyline where you also have Mothma. She's basically having the wedding, her daughter's wedding. Of course, this is something that was set up last season where it had to be a deal as a way to get funding for the rebellion. And that's where we are right now with the wedding. Now, I have to say, I think one of the things I really love about Andor is that, again, we don't have the Sith, we don't have the Jedis. We're just dealing with normal people who don't have any kind of power, don't have any kind of force power. And yet we are seeing how much this fascism is having an impact on these people's lives, whether they're supporting it, whether they're not supporting it, or they're just trying to survive it, right? They're just people just trying to survive it. They're not taking side either way. And we see that clearly here throughout all of the individual stories in this set of episodes. So there's like 3 settings for sure. So one being Minra, one being Chandrila, and then the other one being in that foresty planet. I think one of the things that I was kind of really impressed with is just seeing how humanity is reacting to their surroundings, especially when they end up when Cassian ends up in that foresty location where we see like a group of people. They're supposed to be allies to each other, yet because of the circumstance of no food, no water, and plus they're being hunted down by a predator, they end up kind of antagonizing each other and taking sides, and it gets to the point where they're basically creating fractions, and that's a result of what's going on in humanity. We see kind of the underpinnings of that, and on top of that, we see how things are happening elsewhere, right? Where, you know, I mean, it's so on the nose with the whole situation, Mina Ross, with the whole illegal situation, because, like, I mean, it's like, yeah, we're dealing with this in today's reality. I'm not gonna go too deep on that, but it's just like watching that, you can't help but just feel a lot of anger just thinking that, wow, this is like what's happening there. I mean, it's like it's not far off from what's happening in reality, and it's just like, wow, like, and you know what's going on, right? You have these people, you have these rebels who are trying to fight off the Empire, knowing the fact that they're being very abusive, they're being very what was it? Authoritative. I think I'm pretty sure I butchered that, but they're taking advantage of the people. It's very clear about that. They're trying to force them to do things that they don't want to do. They just want to be. You even see one right there where that guy from Mina Ross, like, hey, why don't you tell your guy that, you know, what's happening here? Like, we just want to be left alone. And that's just what it is. Like, people just want to be left alone. They just want to deal with their lives. And now you have all these forces of power trying to embody their own sort of power onto these people for what? Just for that they can feel empowered. And it's just like, I mean, I have to say, it does take a while just to get there. Now I'll say that it does take a while just to build up to that moment going into episode 3. But by the time you get to episode 3, it does feel very fulfilling. Whether or not, you know, some of the moments leading up to it were great or not. I mean, I did not expect what was going to happen at the end with Bix and that Imperial officer right there. I was just like, oh my god, that guy's about to essay her, and I did not expect that this would happen in Star Wars. I was like, oh my god, we're about to see someone trying to essay someone in Star Wars. And it was honestly very chilling. It's just like, whoa, this could actually happen in Star Wars. As if, I mean, it should also come as too much of a surprise, because this is like a Star Wars for grown-ups that has been settled for a while now. I mean, that happened even last season. We've had some very mature, violent moments in the series that I don't even think children may be able to understand too much of. And just to see what was happening there, I was just like, oh my god, I can't believe we're actually getting to this level in Star Wars. Yikes. So yeah, I mean, they the creators, Tony Gilroy, Dave Filoni, I mean, they did not hold any punches and showing the realities of what's going on with these people. I mean, these are just normal people who are responding to their surroundings. And in a case like this, we're seeing rebels trying to play a part in trying to stop the Empire, the Empire. And here it is. Like, we've seen the consequences already. I mean, one of the sucky things is, of course, seeing the consequences of what happened with this rebellion. And especially now that it's been, so like over here, it's been 1 year since, so I'm assuming 1 year since the death of Marva. And so we already seen the consequences of that. We saw what happened with Brazo. He becomes a casualty. We see what happens with Mon Mothma when she's at the wedding. She has to basically give up her friend if it meant, you know, trying to cover their tracks, right, for the greater good for the rebellion, right? Let alone the fact that she just had to basically give away her daughter just so that she can get funding from a really shitty guy. Yeah, like, we're seeing really the consequences of what it's taking to regain that democracy, to get that fight for democracy, fighting off against the fascists and the authoritative government. And we're seeing that in so many different ways. I mean, I want to say this is like a low point for anyone, of course, but this is just showing that, you know, when there is something like a rebellion, it's not going to come easy. It's not like everyone's going to survive. We're seeing the rough realities of what these people have to go with and what it means and what kind of consequences will come around, which also can be very fatal. We've seen not just one, but two kinds of fatalities. We saw one where, you know, Brazo's dies trying to fight for the rebellion and doing something where that he's trying to help someone, right? And that's one case of fatality. And then there's another one where it's like, well, you have to stop someone if it means having to keep the rebellion alive. And we saw Luthen taking no choice but to kind of kick him out, get him out, right? He had to basically get him out. And I mean, just to see that final sequence right there in the last 10, 20 minutes, I mean, I'm just like super hooked because you have the one situation where Cassian's finally arriving in Minara. He's about to go and save Bix. He's about to go save his crew, although not totally successful, right? And then we have Mon Mothma and Shangri-La knowing the fact that she's having this wedding for her daughter, even giving her daughter a chance to get out of it. And her daughter's like, yeah, I wish you just would have been drunk. And then it's like, you see the circle of her actually getting drunk, knowing the fact that what's about to happen and the sacrifice that she's just had to make in just one night. I mean, first off, the costumes and the production for the wedding, I mean, absolutely phenomenal. I was just like, whoa, this is absolutely incredible. I cannot believe, like, I don't even know what the budget was for it, but it's just like, wow. But not only that, but just to see how things were transpiring, like, you're knowing the fact that it's supposed to be a very happy day for a couple, yet it's not. It's a very kind of depressing moment that's going on, especially in Mothma's perspective, because she doesn't want to take her daughter. She didn't want to give her daughter away, let alone the fact that what just really happened, like the revelation just happened at the wedding. Yeah, and just seeing Mon Mothma just reacting to it, it's just like, you know what? Like her dancing, it's just like, I don't even want to say therapy. It's just her way of just trying to clear out her mind, her moment, just trying to reel through everything, knowing the fact that she's just about having one of the worst days of her life, basically. And this is just the only way that she can cope with it. It's just to get drunk, dance, and just be in Fairy Tale Land, right? So yeah, I mean, honestly, what a great way to start season 2. Yes, it started slow. I will say that it started slow. It took a while to kind of build up that momentum, which is like, that's kind of been the approach with this show. Is like, it likes to take its time to kind of build up to the moment. And even then, it just felt like you were kind of watching a movie, watching all 3 episodes, because you have the beginning, middle, and end, and then the ending, it's just like, it just ended off with a bang. But yeah, what a great way to really just start season 2, knowing the fact that this is the approach that they're taking right now, by making sure that each phase of episodes that we get for the next 4 weeks, now that we've watched one, we have 3 more weeks left, but each phase of the episode will cover a particular timeline, a particular event, right? And then it's just like, and they're all consecutive. It's not like there's a huge time jump in between. It's just like, oh, it's like they're coming after each other, as if it's like one full 2 days that are being covered, and you can see the consequences of what's really happening. We're seeing the perspective of these people. We're seeing the perspective of the rebels. Yes, it is a Cassian Andor show, and we do see him, but we're also seeing what's happening all around, because it's clear that a lot of what makes the story work is the fact that, you know, it is the Rebel Alliance. They're the ones that are finally starting to kind of get a little bit more power, a little bit more influence, at least by this point, right? Because one of the big points of going into Rogue One is the fact that the Rebel Alliance starts to become quite a big influential opponent against the Empire, and that's what we're seeing here. Now, one of the things I almost forgot was the Cyril and Dedra situation. Nice to see Krennic is back. We're seeing him back. We're seeing kind of his association with Dedra. I was like, oh, I see Dedra. I'm like, why is she here? I'm like, oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense. We know for a fact that he's going to be a key player here. I mean, he was in Rogue One. Of course, he's going to be in the show. We're going to see how much of an impact he's going to have in this whole development between the Empire versus the Rebel Alliance, and how the Rebel Alliance is going to get created in the process. But also, like, just seeing Dedra's personal life and how she has stayed connected with Cyril. I did not expect the fact. It looks as though they're a couple now. I don't even recall them becoming a couple. Like, I know there was kind of a romantic tension between them all of season 1, but I always felt like it was always one-sided with Cyril, because it's like he's the one who's kind of been trying to he's the one who's trying to been initiating the whole relationship, and now it's like it seems so that they've somehow become a couple some way. I have to say, I mean, as much as the fact that Dedra is, you know, an Imperial officer, the way that she spoke out against Cyril's mom, I mean, that was a pretty badass moment. I was just like, you go, girl. call her out, make those standards, make those boundaries, because you can see how much, Sorrel is just so embarrassed by his mother, especially with how, the lack of manners that she had, the way that she talks about Sorrel, the way that she talks about her family, the way that she's even talking to Dedra. It's just like, there's just no respect. And it's like, how dare she even speak like that, thinking as if she's all almighty when she's really not. Like, if you're not really showing the respect, like, why are you expecting anyone else to give that in return? I mean, that was a really big badass moment from Dedra. I mean, I was just like, that was like maybe one of my favorite moments of Dedra, not gonna lie, because I was like, oh, okay, this is actually a pretty cool moment. And not only that, but just to see kind of how Dedra has been since. I mean, it's been a while since I've watched season 1, so I know my memory's a little bit more murky. And I did not actually get the chance to rewatch season 1, so I'm kind of falling onto like as much of my memories as possible. Again, it's not the greatest, but just to see Dedra here and how much she's just really changed since her time at Ferrex, it's just like, wow, okay. I wonder what's really going on in her mind. Like, it does seem so that there's a lot of contemplation going on with her role in the Imperial and what she wants to do. Like, she's really hesitant about going into, what was it, the Gotham or Gotham? Like, I mean, they're trying to get these spider-like creatures, right, to help fuel the Empire. And it's like, okay, she has a really great opportunity, but she doesn't want to be involved in it. It's just like, what's really going on with her? Like, is she's having these kinds of conflictions? So I'm very curious to see what's going on with her. I mean, it does seem as though that they're going to be taking quite a direction with her character, maybe one that could be quite redeemable. Who knows? Maybe we'll see. But yeah, I just did not expect them to really go into this route with her and Sorrel. And again, it sounded so that there are basically a couple, or at least there's some kind of relationship going on, because they seem pretty close. The fact that they're even staying in an apartment, it's like, okay, interesting. So, and I know I was just reading something about, this possible romance. So maybe that is what it is. But then also seeing how you have the Empire and how that's impacting that's going to be very interesting angle. But honestly, what a really great way to start off things with this premiere. Like, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about the whole 3-episode premiere and then this being a consecutive thing, because it's not like just, oh, it's just tonight's episode. This is going to be the way that they're going to do it for the next 3 weeks. We're going to get 3 episodes one week. We're going to get 3 episodes the next week. But it's very clear what the vision is, right? I mean, like, now watching it and seeing it and witnessing like how they're doing it, it makes sense. You have a beginning, you have a middle, and an end. It's going to take a while to get through the beginning, middle, but then once you get to the end, it's just like, it does feel really fulfilling. That's at least how I felt with tonight's episode. I hope, if that's what I felt about tonight's episode, I hope that that's going to be the case with the remaining 4 weeks we're going to get. And this is, again, how I'm going to set up my whole reaction for it. I'm not going to stop in between episodes. I'm just going to watch everything all at once, because it does feel as if they were watching a movie more so than, you're watching 3 episodes. Like, it does feel as if you're watching a movie. So that's the way I'm going to approach my reactions and how I'm going to do the recordings. But I think it's a really cool way to do it. I mean, it's a very interesting route. And I think that this is why Andor is such a really unique and very special series, especially for one that's in Star Wars. Like, I mean, we've had a lot of misses in the last few years, but Andor seems to be the one exception. I mean, yes, The Mandalorian was good. I mean, at least the first 2 seasons, but I was not a big fan of season 3, in my opinion. But I mean, there's a reason why Andor is quite the gold standard, in a very good way. And it's one that's like, I guess it's really hard to beat. And just this episode alone just tells you the quality and the time and dedication that they put in just to make sure that it's a story that is leading to something, that, it does take time to showcase the depth. It does take the time to showcase the world in itself, and just focusing on just ordinary people who are now involving themselves in a rebellion, and how that's affecting them, and not just in just one perspective, right? We're also seeing in the perspective of peer officers like Dedra and Sorrel, and I'm assuming we're gonna see a little bit more of Krennic in future episodes. I know we only saw him in the first one, but we're probably gonna see him more later on. But yeah, honestly, very good way to start off Andor season 2. Yeah, I mean, I cannot wait to see what else is going to happen if this is what we're getting. But let me know your thoughts, having now seen the first 3 episodes of Andor season 2. Do you like this approach that they're taking? That they're going to drop 3 episodes per week. It's basically going to be like a beginning, middle, end. Do you like that kind of approach, or would you have preferred maybe a 5-season plan that was originally supposed to have been the concept for? What do you think about tonight's episode? Seeing just the different perspective, how things have changed since the 1 year after Marva's death. What do you think about what's going on, the decisions that were being made, some of the deaths that had to be made, some of the decisions that were being made, how some of the characters are feeling the moment? What do you feel about Brazo's death? I mean, he was a pretty key character and a lot of people liked him. So what a big loss. What do you think is going to happen moving forward? Like, I mean, what are your expectations going into the next 3 weeks? And if there's any other thoughts and concerns that you have having now watched tonight's episode, let me know your thoughts below. Make sure to like and subscribe.